forward at 6'4", number 3.
It's game one of the regular season for both teams, and Doris, each one wants to start their year on the right foot.
Yeah, both of these teams have been waiting all summer for this game. Tip off to a new season. I can't wait, Kevin.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. The rim protectors standing tall for them, Mobley and Allen. Mitchell and Strus share wing duty. And it's Harden in at the one. Now here's Towns. Harden missing his last shot. Towns sets the pick for Hart. Drills the three-pointer. Hart's got the opening field goal of the game for New York.
Josh Hart started to... show people I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
Back to Harden. Six on the shot clock. Here's Allen. And even after two offensive rebounds, they just can't hit the lid off. To the inside. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. If we look back at when things began to shift for the Knicks, Doris, it started with Jalen Brunson.
Well, I think certainly, Kevin, he is exactly the kind of leader you would want. Is he highly skilled? Of course he is. But he's about the work every day, and he sets the tone for his team. This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
Here's Harden. A kick out to Mobley. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Here's Bridges. Mobley with the block.
Boy, Mobley read that the entire way. His defensive instincts are so good.
Harden, that's good.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Mobley with the block.
That's about reach, folks. The length, the athleticism, the timing of Evan Mobley.
On defense, Cleveland.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Mitchell passes to Harden. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
James Harden, one of the best individual offensive players the game has ever seen. If he gets his feet in the painted area, it is always dangerous for the defense.
Now, here's Hart. Pass to Towns. Just got the run, and the layup is up and in.
Well, Karl-Anthony Towns will mix his spots as a scorer. That time doing work inside.
7-7.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Cavaliers. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. I asked about what he was planning to do about the athletic and energetic Evan Mobley. Coach said, my guys have studied the reports, we reviewed the film, we are as prepared for him as we can be. Now, if our whole team could also grow another 3 inches, then we'd really be in good shape. Coach had jokes, but he also has a plan. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. The kick out to Anunoby. Here's Hart. No good on the shot. Good D by Mobley. The Cavaliers leading. Who's in the corner? Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here's Bridges. Still without a basket. New York moving the ball around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hart's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Knicks. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Pass to Harden. Mobley has screen on Brunson. And stolen by Hart. Now, here's Anunoby. And it's sent back by Allen.
This guy is known for his rim protection. Jarrett Allen, exceptional defense.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
New York's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And Doris, you see the talent on this Knicks squad, but there's always been questions about the intangibles they possess.
What's fascinating, Kevin, is this team built slowly and methodically and with great patience. And then they took a couple of big swings. It doesn't result in a championship, and now you evaluate everything.
Here's Brunson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden.
Boy, such a smart player. Brunson sees a defender out of position, just going to take advantage on that drive.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Connects from three-point range.
He will be unguardable if he starts making shots consistently from this distance. Turn the lights out.
Now here's Brunson. Outside, Towns. Bridges inside. Covered by Mobley. Bridges misses.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the night here. And the Cavaliers, Kenny Atkinson. Doris winning the NBA Coach of the Year in 2025.
And this was just an incredible honor for Kenny, who, of course, long-time record as an assistant coach, great player development coach, joined Steve Kerr for a time and says that experience helped take his coaching to another level. That has manifested in Cleveland.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter, and it's been ugly.
Here's Bryant. Robinson with the block.
Rim protection at its finest. Mitchell Robinson, such a presence.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Knicks. Here's Ellis. Robinson with the block. Alvarado with it. Now defended by Mitchell. McBride with the ball. Down low. Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson knows who he is. A vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
13.
Cleveland leading by 3. Ellis bounce pass. Mitchell outside. And another miss by Cleveland. New York's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Robinson a screen on Ellis. Brunson the pass to Robinson. And Robinson throws it down high.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Mitchell right side. Shoots over Alvarado. And Mitchell gets it to go. Mitchell's got 8.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Brunson the pass to Alvarado. Here's McBride. And it's all evened up.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
1:30 left to play in the first. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Please give a big round of applause for your team.
For the Knicks, Towns, he's checked in for Anunoby. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Larry Nance is checked in for the Cavaliers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Donovan Mitchell. Now here's Nance. Pass to Merrill. Shoots over Shamet. Merrill gets the bucket.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
Here's Alvarado. Started by Schroeder. Towns for three. And again, New York with the triple.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Pass to Nance. Now Merrill. Off target from outside. Here's Alvarado. Started by Schroeder. Now Alvarado. Oh, good with the triple. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Merrill passes to Schroeder. Nance dishes to Ellis. Back to Nance. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Robinson. Shamet on the wing. He takes it in. Second chance shot. And Robinson with the layup. Robinson's got his third bucket of the night.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on an offensive glass?
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Knicks up by 3. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Knicks?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Sam Merrill out there with Wade. Then it's Ellis. Then it's Harden. And it's Tomlin in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here is Harden. He had 15 points last outing. Tomlin's shot is good. Tomlin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
James Harden just has his head on a swivel. This guy has such great recognition when a kick-out pass is needed.
Here's Alvarado, guarded by Harden. And it's Towns missing. And so Ellis will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Might be undersized for a 4, but that vertical more than makes up for it.
The Knicks shooting 39% from the floor at their best. Inside, Towns. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Doors with his diverse offensive repertoire. Karl Anthony Towns is a matchup nightmare.
Absolutely, Kevin. And the reason being, he's right. He's one of the greatest shooting bigs in history, but the man is a great straight-line driver. Good luck checking him.
And back in the day, guys like Bird and Magic competed for championships as rookies. Now, the Doors, we haven't seen that in a while.
Kev, you have to remember, Larry Bird was drafted in unique circumstances. He was drafted a full year before he left college. And for both Larry and Magic, they joined talented veteran teams. That would be like the Celtics or Warriors drafting Wemby. It would be the exact same story.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Ellis, the pass to Bryant. And finish off by Bryant. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Alvarado with it, guarded by Harden. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And the basket by Alvarado.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
For Cleveland, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. To the middle. Here's Bryant. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
And, guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
And it's Alvarado missing. For Cleveland, they've gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. Ellis finds Bryant. Here is Harden. Pass to Bryant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Tyson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Alvarado passes to Towns. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, this Knicks team has heart. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Back to you, Kev.
No quit. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride.
The problem is the defense has now allowed Karl Anthony Towns to establish the rhythm. Now you've got to double him or get it out of his hands because he's cooking right now.
Now here's Harden. Wade sets the pick for Harden. Puts up a three. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Brunson kicks to Towns. Pass to Alvarado. And here's Brunson. Towns, a screen on Mitchell. There it is! Brunson with the deep shot.
Such an intelligent basketball play by Jalen Brunson. This guy understands how to get himself going in pick-and-roll action.
On the wing, Harden. He's defended by Alvarado. Cleveland moving the ball around. And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Jared Allen's checked in for Dean Wade. Evan Mobley comes in for Sam Merrill. And Strus is subbed in for Keon Ellis. And Anunoby slams it in.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Ask any player or coach in the NBA, how good is James Harden? You will get the same answer. This is one of the best scorers to ever do it, guys.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Mitchell right side. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Pass to Allen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, one thing the fans have come to expect from Jared Allen, Doris, some acrobatic finishes.
What's amazing, Kevin, is you might be looking at the rim and there is no Jared Allen in your vicinity, and then a second later he's flying by and finishing. He's got great instincts. How about Jared Allen showing unequivocally he is an all-star caliber big man? Boy, with his size and athleticism and length, he has proven he can make an impact on both ends.
And so here is New York following the miss by Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Doris, there aren't many players like James Harden drawing total focus from opposing defenses.
And that's appropriate, Kevin, because this guy can command one side of the ball consistently. In pick-and-roll action, he can be a threat as a scorer, he sets his teammates, and he can be absolutely electric on the offensive end. He is a problem.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for James Harden. Runs in the pass to Hart. New York, no good that time either. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. A three from Strus. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. For New York, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Charge to Max Strus. First personal.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Ellis outside. Allen outside. Pass to Mitchell. Now Ellis. Shot clock at 6. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Brunson surveying the D. This one for 3. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
That's his second bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Pass to Strus. Brunson against Mitchell. Over Brunson. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Back to Brunson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
It's Brunson at point-blank range.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. Ellis outside. Strus kicks to Mobley. They can't stop the run with that one. New York leading by 8. Here's Hart. Mobley with the block.
Mobley is one of the best defenders in the NBA. When he's not blocking shots, he's altering.
Pass to Mitchell. Now here's Mobley. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Mobley with the block. And they'll get another chance. New York moving it around. Brunson the pass to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Over Ellis. Brunson just determined to get his shot.
Boy, that's quality defense. Jalen Brunson just keeps his composure and focus.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Finishing his check-in for Keon Ellis. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for James Harden. There's a minute left in the first half of the game. Pass to Mitchell. Brunson against Schroeder. Mitchell right side. 17-foot shot on the way.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And here's Strus. This last outing, he had 8 points. Bridges with the steal. Here's Anunoby. And so it's the New York Knicks going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
I have Kenny Atkinson alongside. Coach, I hear you tell the team, limit their...
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They're not playing with urgency, especially on the glass. Shots go up and they're just waiting. Go after the rebound.
Yeah, got to get those elbows up at least 2 inches. The rest can't see everything.
And now let's And that'll do it for halftime.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
We've got Bridges. Josh Hart out there with Anunoby. Then there's Towns, and it's Brunson in at the point guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. And it's Allen with the jam.
Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to Harden. Lets it go with a 3.
Well, with the size and the foot speed and the feel on the defensive end, you see how easily Towns can contest shots.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
And Allen drops them both. Now Brunson. Pass to Bridges. Here's Anunoby beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Anunoby's got his second bucket of the night.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
Now Strus. To the paint. Stolen by Brunson. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball.
Max Strus.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
First team foul. Mikal Bridges.
And that one falls to Bridges.
This guy is such a high-effort player. Mikal Bridges does everything he can to make sure he's the hardest-working guy out there.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Harden outside. Allen dishes to Mitchell. Shoots over Bridges. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Brunson kicks to Towns, and it goes down 2 points. Towns has got the lead up to 13 now for New York.
Boy, it feels like Brunson improves as a facilitator every single year.
Mitchell against Bridges. A kick out to Mobley. The Cavaliers with another miss.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Anunoby in the corner. Back to Brunson. Over Allen. Brunson, no good.
Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
Mitchell passes to Allen. Brunson against Mitchell. Back to Allen. Over Hart. Right on that shot. With that, the Knick lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Allen. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
So a moment now to see the story on James Harden. Last season, he played outstanding. 5th in assists and amongst the league's top-tier scorers. Top 20 in points per game.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And stolen by Hart. Anunoby in the corner. Pass to Brunson. New York, no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Mitchell passes to Strus. Back to Mitchell. Rebounded by Hart. New York leading by 11. And DB with Mitchell out there on the court, we have one of the most dynamic players in the NBA.
And Kevin, let's not forget one of the smartest as well. Donovan Mitchell played for Quinn Snyder early. He talks often about now understanding the game at a much higher level. Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
Harden against Brunson. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. On the wing, Harden. What a finish from Harden.
I tell you what, James Harden has got the kind of frame that he can absorb contact and play right through it.
Harden against Brunson. Shoots the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brunson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
It's good.
Now, the ability to fend off that contact by Mikal Bridges, that's a big-time play.
Now here's Harden. He's got 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Oh, when Jared Allen gets near the basket, you just know he's going to finish with authority.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And Cleveland making a change here. Ellis has checked in. Here's Brunson. Here he goes. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Mobley. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Allen, a screen on Bridges. Harden driving inside. A kick out to Mobley. Offline with his 3.
Well, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Anunoby finds Bridges. Brunson against Harden. Anunoby in the corner. And the Knicks miss again.
We call that lockdown perimeter defense against an excellent three-point shooter.
Cleveland moving the ball around. Harden outside. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Hart the pass to Anunoby. And that's a foul called on Keon Ellis. That's his first foul. Robinson's checked in for New York. Miles McBride comes in for OG Anunoby. Cleveland also making some changes. Dean Wade, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Sam Merrill in for Evan Mobley. Bridges shot good.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Here's Wade. Scoreless thus far. Harden outside. Pass to Ellis. Merrill with the ball. He has 6. 5 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
This guy is completely out of rhythm this quarter. He just can't get going.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back over to you.
Oh, yeah, he can knock them down. Thanks a lot, Allie. Harden gets the bucket.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Jones down low. He's defended by Merrill. For three, Bridges. Good, and the assist goes to town. 12 points for Mikal Bridges.
Boy, how about that quick three response by Mikal Bridges?
The Cavaliers trail by 19. Harden outside. The three. The Knicks pull it in.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Bridges outside. Back to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
Played outside. Back to Mitchell. Harden looking it over. And it's off from three-point range. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot's good from Brunson. Brunson's got 21 in the game.
Oh, that's a silky jump shot. Playing right over the top of the defense. Mr. Brunson, how good are you?
The Cavaliers shoot a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Mitchell against Bridges. And here is Mitchell. 8 points for him. Clock at 6. Wade a screen on Bridges. And Mitchell launches it from deep. Jalen Brunson has been on display for the Knicks. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. Back to the action in just a minute. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball on the court for Cleveland. Wade out there with Sam Merrill. Then it's Harden. Then it's Ellis. And it's Tyson in at the 3-set. Pass to Alvarado. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Merrill. The Knicks making the shot. Kicks it out to Harden. From the arc. The shot that time, not on target.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Ellis, the pass to Harden. Here's Merrill. From outside, off the mark. The Knicks shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's McBride. And Ellis with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. And New York making a change. Diawara's checked in.
Number 51, Mohamed.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. New York moving the ball around. Here's Alvarado, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. G.A. just when you think you've seen it all. Last season, a father and son playing as teammates. NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it won't be the last time we see it happen.
Robinson's checked in for New York. A switch here also for Cleveland. Nance is checked in. Ellis finds Merrill. The Cavaliers again can't hit. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yep, it counts.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Here's McBride. And that's a foul called on Keon Ellis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Knicks. Mitchell, he's checked in for Cleveland. And it's Alvarado missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Larry Nance Jr. doing a tremendous job drawing the contact. Get the defense to commit. Get yourself to the foul line.
And with NBA defenses more spread out than ever, Doris, teams are getting more aggressive, looking for offensive rebounds.
They are, Kevin, because it can be a valuable asset to get extra possessions. You're winning on the margins if you do that. And let's remember, certain guys just have a knack for getting offensive rebounds, so why not let those guys work?
Now here's Nance, the 3 from Harden, and another miss by Cleveland.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
That one drops for him. Brunson's got 10 points here in the second half.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Timeout called, Cleveland.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
And I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
The Knicks making a switch here. Porty's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Tomlin's checked in.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Knicks lead 84-59.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Harden dishes to Mitchell. Pass to Tomlin. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Alvarado, guarded by Harden. Mitchell against Brunson. Over Mitchell. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. In the corner, Harden. A three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, not looking sharp at all here in the second half, but it hasn't deterred him one bit.
To the wing right side. Here's Porty. McBride passes to Brunson. Clock at 4. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Brunson's got 25 points in the game.
86-62.
And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their system.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
And so it's New York with it. Harden missing his last shot. Towns. Tomlin with the rebound. Now Merrill. Harden outside. Pass to Merrill. The Cavaliers again can't hit. So the wing on the left. Now Alvarado. Here's Porty. Over Harden. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 15 rebounds here tonight.
Boy, his struggles this quarter is not helping them right now. They may need to start going to somebody else on the offensive end.
Harden to pass to Merrill. Kicks it out to Harden. No good from outside.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Towns down low. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mitchell outside. Shot from the top of the key. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's McBride. He's guarded by Ellis. TV won't complain about the review process. The longer the review, the more it disrupts the flow of the game.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You have the best athletes in the world competing at the highest level, and then all of a sudden it stops. And if the duration is too long, it takes the players out of rhythm. It drives the viewers at home crazy. This is something that us television people can go absolutely nuts about.
Well, Cleveland shooting it pretty low, 34% thus far. From deep, Harden. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Well, another tin cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
Knicks lead 88-62.
Now here's Harden. On the wing, Mitchell. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Boy, Donovan Mitchell has always been a high-volume three-point shooter. Now it's about his efficiency.
Alvarado finds Brunson.
2 minutes.
It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mitchell's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Ellis. The shot from the low post is good.
From Donovan Mitchell.
New York leading by 21. Here's Brunson. Takes it inside. And that one, good. Brunson's got 16 points here in the second half.
Well, this is the very definition of Jalen Brunson's game. His ability to get past defenders and create for himself or his teammates. That is nicely done.
Now, here's Mitchell. Harden outside. Back to Mitchell. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
And here's Brunson outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
If you're a defender, your job is to make life hard on an excellent shooter. Great defense there.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Knicks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jalen Brunson.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Trained from outside.
Boy, how about the awareness from Donovan Mitchell right there? He gets a paint touch and then kicks it out to the best shot in basketball right now, the three-pointer.
Now here's Brunson. Here's the floater. Cleared away by Mitchell. Can't get it to go.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
We played like we wanted it more. We came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensively. We did a great job. We got the 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We could see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.